Hi everyone! This week I'm turning 44, and to celebrate, I wanted to share 4 of the most important lessons I've learned over the past 44 years on planet Earth. These are the ones that changed me deeply, and I hope they speak to you too. The first lesson: freedom began when I stopped caring what other people think. For years, I ruminated nonstop. I would replay conversations, overanalyzing interactions, and second-guessing myself into pure exhaustion. My anxiety felt endless. I was constantly performing in my own head, trying to manage how I was perceived by other people. What changed everything was realizing I couldn't keep giving other people's opinions over me that much power. People have the right to think what they want, and I can't control that. I had to accept that I am not responsible for how other people feel, react, or interpret me, nor do I want to be. That shift did not happen overnight, but it set me free. Free from the pressure to make other people happy, to manage other people's emotions, to explain myself, or to prove myself. Free to manage my thoughts instead of being managed by them. That's when I finally started to feel peace, and that's when I began building a life that actually felt like mine. Second lesson: prioritization. This is the most impactful life hack I've ever experienced. There are tons of productivity tricks out there, but the one that's made the biggest difference in my life is learning how to prioritize. Saying no to events, projects, or even conversations with people. Being clear on what exactly matters to me in my life. Letting go of trying to do everything or to please everyone. Now I treat prioritization like breathing. I apply it to my time, my energy, my relationships, my work. I even set yearly themes. So for example, like one year, my priority was to pass the federal bar exam. Another year, it was learning how to live without unhealthy coping mechanisms. One year, it was about building mental and emotional strength. This past year, it's been about building physical strength. And you may have noticed because I'm posting these videos of workouts. So prioritization doesn't fix everything for me, but it grounds me. It helps me keep focused on what's important to me in my life and what I'm actively working on. Next, lesson 3. No one is coming to save me. This one hits hard, but it changed everything. At some point, I realized that no matter what I'd been through or who was or wasn't in my life, my well-being was my responsibility. This seems so basic, but it really was like a tangible realization. It was like right around 40 years old, like no one's coming to save me. If I eat like crap, no one's going to stop me. If I skip work or skip a workout, no one's checking in to make sure that I'm doing these things that I said I wanted to do. If I feel lost or stuck, no one's going to pull me out of depression. It's my responsibility to take care of myself mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and so on. I don't say this with judgment because I don't think life is easy. But when I accepted that I was fully responsible for the life that I was living, I got serious about creating the life that I really wanted, including habits. Lesson 4, last one. Fear is the only real failure. I used to think failure was the worst thing that could happen to me. I would beat myself up when I made mistakes or if I didn't know how to do something right because that's what I knew, fear. I had a fear of failure. But with time, I realized that the real enemy wasn't the actual failure, it was the fear. Fear of what people would say or think, fear of doing things wrong, fear of not being enough, fear of embarrassment. And that fear kept me from trying new things, from taking risks, from living out ideas that I felt passionate about. And that fear, it wasn't all mine. Some of it was passed down through culture, through trauma, through generations before me who had to be fearful to play it safe in order to survive. And I honor that. At this point right now, I do things scared. I do things even though I fear failure because I know that that's a normal part of life. I am no longer driven by fear. I do the things scared. And even when I fall, I get back up and I try again because moving forward is what we came here to do. So these are the 4 biggest lessons that I've learned in my 44 years on planet Earth. If any of this resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thank you for watching this video and being part of this journey with me.